What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. Today we're going to take a look at the final pictures for Hulk Avengers Endgame. And if you want to pre-order this, it's still available at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. It's it's a fairly big item. It's $4 shipping. They double box your figure. Now, surprisingly, they also announced that they improved the head sculpt, alongside releasing the final pictures, which is kind of weird. Normally, you would say that before the announcement, or before the release, I would say. But nonetheless, it's cool. The head sculpt here is phenomenal. Even though when they didn't improve it, I always thought it was good because I had both Hulks, and it was okay. It looks like Hulk, but I never really saw Ruffalo in there. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm not just looking hard enough, or maybe it's more obvious in this iteration of Hulk. But with that being said, this is not the Hulk. I mean, if you missed out on those two Hulks, I think this is not the Hulk that, still would satisfy your craving for a Hulk figure. So I've seen the comparison between this and I don't know if that's the Age of Ultron or the Avengers Hulk, but it's a massive difference size-wise. Now, accessory-wise, the old Hulk didn't really came with anything as well. Outside of two hands, it does have a purse, which is pretty pointless, to be quite honest with you, because his eyes is so deep that you can barely see his eyes anyway. This one, it doesn't have any purse, but like I said, I don't think it needed one. It comes with glasses, which is pretty cool. I didn't know he was significantly smaller than the other Hulk, like the two regular ones. I've heard reports, like I don't understand. I thought he was able to combine both the strength and the widths of, but I guess not. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything on that movie that he should be smaller. But yeah, I mean, am I going to pick this up? Maybe. Yes, the head sculpt is just so strong. Plus, I love Endgame. I do. Anyone who watches my channel, I love Endgame and Infinity War. I'm trying to complete that line. But this guy comes in a steep price, though. So we shall see. I do like this, what do you call this? Nano gauntlet that he does have. I think that he comes with two of them. One is the snapping one, and one is kind of like, there you go, kind of fitting in his hand, so to speak. It looks fantastic. It's just that it's not his fault. It's not the figure's fault that the character was just bad on both films, in both Infinity War and Endgame. He'd had a chance to redeem himself in Endgame because he basically got beaten up on Infinity War, and you would think that he would have his redemption, so to speak. Goes toe-to-toe with Thanos and all that. Maybe not even with Thanos, just with Cull Obsidian. I mean, he can go he's a big dude too, but we never really did, get to see that part of Hulk. So that's the only disappointing part. And now he's fully clothed and whatever it is that he's wearing here, it's not the Hulk. Now, if they release the Avengers 2012 Hulk, remember they went back in time, and it's possible because they're going to do that with Loki. Then, we're talking about like a definitive Hulk here. This is more of a Endgame Hulk, and I think that's what they intended to do here. However, for somebody who has limited space because it's a bigger figure, or limited funds, who can't afford to have, for example, two Hulks, whether it's via space or funds, I would say this is not a must-have. I mean, I guess if you're somebody like me who is assembling a lineup for Endgame, and even myself who's doing that, I'm thinking to myself, because I did buy two Thanos, and I can kind of justify that. The other one has this hand, even though I'm going to be honest with you guys, had I known that, the battle damage is there, I probably would have waited for that. But no regrets whatsoever in picking up the Infinity War Thanos. That's, for me, a superior movie than Endgame. And I like that version of Thanos. Now, he's iconic when he's fully armored and all that. So, in my mind, the other one's not armored. So, you could I guess technically have that same mentality with this Hulk. Like, hey, this is Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk, if you want to call him that. And like myself, I do have the Age of Ultron one. I'd be like, hey, you know what? This is a different iteration of Hulk, which it is true. The only downside is this is more expensive than the Infinity War. I mean, the other version that I do have, and that comes with a like a torso, like an extra torso that I have no idea what to do with that. Honestly, I wish a third party was selling legs. I know back in the day somebody was, and it had a stand and it was pretty expensive back then. I think it was like $200. So I didn't bite the bullet. Had I known I'm gonna keep this Hulk for a long time, because I always thought that I'm gonna get another crack at Hulk, something better. Honestly, if they do the 2012, that would be the Hulk for me. See, probably the improvement on the head sculpt is probably gonna put that over the top for me. But that Hulk smash pose, which he does have his hands up in the air, that's amazing right there. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm not closing the door on this Hulk. Yeah, I forgot how much that was originally for. This is $375. I know the Avengers Hulk back then was under 300. Maybe the other one with two torsos, maybe it's the same price, but that was a long time ago too. So, I suppose if you don't have any Hulk, this would do. Is it a definite that they'll announce 2012 Hulk? I don't know. Right now, if you ask me, I feel like the ship has sailed when it comes to Avengers. We might still see one. You never know, because like I said, we're gonna get Loki. But I wouldn't bet my money on it at this point. Like, they're focusing more on Star Wars and Mandalorian and that whole IP. So, but let me know in the comments down below, guys. Are you guys excited for this? Are you guys gonna pick this up, or just gonna do a pass on this and maybe hunt for the older Hulks, or maybe hope for the 2012 one? So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Like this video if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.